Now for a story that you're going to see only on just one station. As we mentioned at the top of the show, our very own Mark Curtis is on assignment touring one of America's deadliest weapons, a U.S. ballistic sub.
It's a rare look at America's military muscle. Mark joins us from the U.S. sub base tonight in Bangor, Washington.
Hi, Joe. You know, over the years, I've had the opportunity to cover some really interesting stories, the Olympics, the inaugurations, but today, probably the most interesting and awe-inspiring story I've ever had a chance to cover. We were able to go aboard the U.S.S Kentucky, the tip of America's nuclear spear and our ultimate weapon of deterrence. Come aboard the U.S.S Kentucky, America's deadliest and most advanced weapon of mass destruction. I don't know if you can answer this or not, but are there actually nuclear warheads in these tubes right now?
Well, I appreciate your question, sir, but I can neither confirm nor deny the presence of nuclear warheads on this ship.
With a crew of 165, the Kentucky is part of the U.S. Pacific Fleet. Her mission, deterrence through the presence of force. And far away from their desert home, two Valley natives, Kentucky's missile techs, in charge of 24 nuclear warheads.
It's interesting. You get people coming out of boot camp, 20 years old after all the schooling, and you get to tell them this is what you get to do. A lot of people don't get to do that.
Second issue 1 is keep a weapon system readiness exercise.
The responsibility that would come in the event of the unthinkable, and that you would be responsible for these weapons hitting their target. Does that weigh on you, or do you gladly accept that responsibility?
I am here to execute the orders of the President of the United States, and I will execute them when called upon.
Like all nuclear-powered subs, Kentucky is self-sustaining, meaning that she makes her own clean water and air, all vital necessities. But once she leaves port, once she slips beneath the waves, she becomes invisible to everyone, friend or foe.
I would say the only people who know where this submarine is once it leaves the local areas is the ship itself. We give the ship a very large, in the Pacific, very large portion of the Pacific to operate in, and they stay undetected the whole time they're in the posture to support STRATCOM's plans.
And by the way, God forbid it should ever happen, but if that order to launch ever came, it would have to come from the president and then be authenticated through a long chain of command once on the boat. And guys, a week from Monday, the 13th, we'll have more on the Kentucky and also the state-of-the-art simulators on this base that keep America's submariners in a constant state of readiness should the ultimate ever occur, the unthinkable. We hope it never happens. And Caribe and Joe, what a phenomenal day, what a phenomenal opportunity to be here and to see this marvel of American technology today.
I know, I was going to say not many civilians get an opportunity to get on a military submarine. So what struck you the most about being inside? Did it feel any different to you?
It did. First of all, it's not as cramped as I thought it would be. And what's interesting, and we'll show you this a week from Monday, a lot of not the officers, but the submariners actually sleep right next to the missile silos. So you talk about getting up close and personal. That's what these brave men, America's greatest, do on this boat. And they'll be heading back out in the next few weeks.
Great insight, interesting look. Mark, thanks a lot.